Generosity is the antidote to violence. Reacher star Alan Ritchson calls out voting Christians. Alan Ritchson, known for his role in Reacher, is vocal about his belief that generosity can counteract violence. He criticizes Christians who he believes are contradicting their faith with their voting choices, advocating for generosity towards individuals and scrutiny towards institutions. Ritchson draws on personal experiences and biblical teachings to support his views, emphasizing the importance of kindness and empathy. While his messages have garnered both support and criticism, Ritchson remains steadfast in his convictions, influenced by his Christian upbringing and personal journey. Reacher star Alan Ritchson learned at an early age not to make anyone feel less than. This actor, writer, director, and producer continues to call out Christians who he believes are doing just that. I think about an entire platform by those who mostly claim to be Christians who are doing the exact opposite of this with their voting power, said Ritchson in a recent YouTube video. Alan Ritchson goes from Reacher to preacher as he uses scripture to back his political views. Ritchson posted another video to his InstaChurch YouTube channel blasting conservative Christians. This comes just weeks after a controversial interview in which he said, "Trump is a rapist and a con man, and yet the entire Christian church seems to be treating him like he's their poster child." Ritchson started off his recent video by accusing Christians of having it backwards. Ritchson claims Christians think institutions deserve generosity and individuals deserve violence. "I think the opposite is true," Ritchson countered. "I think institutions deserve scrutiny and regulation, and individuals deserve generosity." He then went on to explain the Christian ethic for those who are marginalized, and he called for generosity via justice and righteousness. "I think peace is not active enough to be the antidote to violence," said Ritchson. "I think generosity is the antidote to violence." Ritchson referred to a Wisconsin McDonald's where one act of paying it forward resulted in a chain of 23 drivers paying for the order behind them in line. He turned this story around and said he had never heard of someone who was punched in the face saying, "I'll go and punch the next 23 people I come across in the face." He explained that justice is more than consequences, saying, "It's something restorative, going out of our way to seek the vulnerable who are being taken advantage of and helping them." Ritchson found scripture he thought united these ideas. He quoted phrases such as, "Good will come to those who are generous," and "Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves." He addressed foreign affairs and immigration when he quoted, "Do no wrong to the foreigner, the fatherless, or the widow." I think about an entire platform by those who mostly claim to be Christians who are doing the exact opposite of this with their voting power, Ritchson said, describing voters who are trying to do violence to the foreigner, who are not helping the fatherless, who are making victims of widows. Ritchson claimed, "If you want to see violence flee the world, be more generous to everybody." That is the Christian ethic. With nearly 100,000 views via Instagram, fans have chimed in with differing perspectives. "Extremely proud of you, Alan. It is not easy to use our voices in this way, especially when it's our own Christian brothers and sisters who twist our words and undermine our mission," one person wrote. "Unfortunately, they do not know better. We are meant to be the balm to the hurting, not just those who share our ideals and opinions, but all hurting." Another commented, "You advocate for the importance of showing kindness to individuals, but paradoxically, you proceed to vilify an entire group of people. It would be more consistent if you applied the biblical standard to everyone." Alan Ritchson has a heritage of Christianity that affects his own faith and career. Ritchson spoke with Northwest Florida Daily News about his faith and upbringing. His family moved around quite a bit while serving in the military. "I was also raised in a Christian home, and faith was very important to us," Ritchson said. "We were taught to leave a place better than you found it, and that includes community." When he was in the 7th grade, a rash developed and covered more than half of his face. Ritchson remembers girls in the school hallway jumping out of this way and calling him a monster. There were several months of those very formative years dealing with things that were horribly painful and realizing people will wreck you over things that you can't help, Ritchson said. I swore never to treat anybody like that or make anyone feel less than because they have something like that they're dealing with. According to Bleeding Fool, Ritchson has starred in a number of shows, most notably Reacher, a Prime Video original. He also had smaller roles in Smallville and Blue Mountain State before he landed a career-changing role in The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. Ritchson recently co-starred with Hilary Swank in the faith-based film Ordinary Angels, playing Ed Schmidt, a widowed father who receives help from an unlikely source to save his critically ill daughter. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more update news.